You need to get rich right now. This is going to be your last chance in probably decades to reach the most important opportunity for any real estate investor, wholesaler, or entrepreneur. In my lifetime, hands down, this is the greatest opportunity ever. And in today's video, I want to really break down the most important opportunity coming up with the upcoming real estate crash that's about to happen and a recession that is almost about 95% inevitable. Inflation right now is at all-time high levels, and the Fed has just increased the interest rates by 0.75%. And honestly, this is going to be the time where you make or break it. This is the time where you make that decision for yourself if you're ready to go all in and change your entire life. Right now, during times like this, is when the real men and women make the most money. You don't get rich on a market that's just bull running and going all crazy in real estate wholesaling, especially in the housing market or in like the stock market, anything else. You get rich during the tough times when there's quote unquote blood on the streets. And in this video, I really wanted to break down the greatest opportunity that's coming up for real estate wholesalers. Now, you either have two options right now in real estate wholesaling. This is either going to be the scariest, most worst time ever to make money in real estate wholesaling, or this is going to be the greatest blessing opportunity you've ever had in your entire life. It is up to you to make that decision. The only thing separating that decision from you is the action you take and the knowledge that you have. There is probably hundreds of YouTube gurus out here teaching real estate wholesaling that is telling you the market's fine, restaurants are full, everything's all lovey-dovey, all dandy. When the true economic data and the housing data is showing something completely different. And the real people that understand finance, the real people that actually run real legitimate businesses, people that actually run real estate operations that are in the billions of dollars, the biggest hedge funds, they know what's up. Not the guru that's selling you a $500 course. So in this video, I really want to break down how you need to get rich right now because this is the time. There's going to be people that are struggling. There's going to be a mass exodus of wholesalers most likely leaving real estate wholesaling and then another influx of wholesalers coming in. But if you want to stay here and get rich, this is the video for you. Currently, what is going on? The Fed is increasing interest rates. This is causing a huge market cycle because inflation is basically out of control. When you give Americans so much money and they all spend it and there's so much money that's inflowing in the economy, something's got to give. And this has caused mass inflation. And unfortunately, this is going to cause a huge economic slowdown. So let's talk about it. This is a whirlwind spiral. Interest rates are increasing like crazy. The market does not trust the Fed. And with the mass interest rate hike with inflation, we are heading towards an economic slowdown. All the projections and all the data is basically showing this. And what does this mean for you in real estate wholesaling? We're going to see a huge economic slowdown going in the future, most likely heading towards a recession. Not guaranteed, but mostly about a 95% chance, I would say. The stock market is down right now. Crypto markets are down right now. Real estate's kind of weird right now in the luxury markets, but the reason why a lot of these assets are down right now is because these companies are projecting huge slowdown. They're already laying off staff right now. This is causing a big issue. Everything kind of lags a little bit when it comes to market cycles, but currently right now, the economic slowdown is coming in the future. This will cause an increased unemployment. People are already struggling with inflation and everything. Now, if unemployment goes really high, no, not everyone's going to lose their jobs. There's going to be some people that are going to lose their jobs, but it's not going to be the end of the world. And I don't want to make this video all doom and gloom, like everything's going bad, right? But you got to understand the data. You got to understand what's really going on so you can make the moves for yourself, for your family, and for your future. And basically, stock market, especially when it crashes, it's usually a 10 to 18 month lag before it hits on home prices and home markets. So as a real estate wholesaler right now, your sellers are most likely still in la land. Some of the crazy ones still think their house is worth $1 million when the cash buyers really see the writing on the wall. So how do you make money in real estate wholesaling, right? Well, the truth is, if the price is good enough, your cash buyers are still going to be fine. So don't worry about that. But we really got to understand is how this is going to affect real estate wholesalers and the real estate market, basically. So when there's a big economic slowdown, people get laid off, unemployment rises. And when unemployment rises, a lot of people can't pay their mortgages, which will cause a massive increase in pre-foreclosures. And that's really what we're going to see in the future. This happened in 2008. This has happened in previous real estate crashes. And I can tell you right now, there's going to be so many pre-foreclosures that are going to happen. But unfortunately, we're not going to see that for the next 6 to 12 months. So this is something a little more in the future. Slowly but surely, real estate's going to start crashing and maybe receding. I don't know if it's going to be a complete crash, but prices are guaranteed and most likely going to be between 10, 15, even 20% down. This is due to the two factors of massive unemployment that should be coming in and increasing. Currently, we're at record low unemployment, but there's a lot of layoffs going on with companies. and an increase in the interest rates, which you don't want to get a mortgage if interest rates are rising up. I've talked to so many lending companies, so many mortgage companies, and they're pretty much bare bones empty. Redfin basically announced the other day that it's reducing around 8% of their workforce. And Redfin's CEO actually basically announced this and kind of talked about it by saying, quote unquote, we could be facing years, not months, of fewer home sales. This is going to cause a lot of weakness in the housing sector. This isn't doom and gloom. The world's not ending, but real estate might have some receding of the prices, maybe a recession, right? Just understand that prices are going to go down. I don't know if it's going to be a crash, but they're going to go down a little. And the cool part about real estate wholesaling is we don't actually own the asset. And you can see economic data. There are real estate sales and cash sales. People still need to sell their houses even during crashes. And kind of like stocks, even stocks are going down, down, down. People are still purchasing them every single day. There's millions and millions of shares being traded every single day, even now when stock market prices are going down. Because to a point, cash buyers don't really know the bottom of the real estate market. And if it's a good enough deal, it's going to be fine. What you have to understand in real estate wholesaling right now is you have to go harder on finding better motivational deals, going after free lists and government lists like I always say. Now, why did I title this video, Get Rich Right Now? This is your last chance. I truly believe in my heart, in my soul right now, that this is the greatest period for you to make a lot of money in real estate wholesaling while also buying assets at dirt cheap prices, where you're probably never in your lifetime going to get assets this cheap comparatively in your life. Now, I'm not saying buy assets now, but pretty much in the next 6-12 months, you should be buying a lot of stuff with your real estate wholesaling income. I know I am. I'm not going to give a complete number, but I have a very large portion of my net worth right now in cash, and I have for some time now. And what do you think I'm going to do with all this? I'm going to buy assets at dirt cheap prices. I've used millions and millions and millions of dollars I made in real estate wholesaling the past years and putting that to work right now. Why do you think the biggest investors of all time, Warren Buffett, Apple, Microsoft, have so much cash reserved right now? They're ready to strike. So the one thing I want to tell you right now is you're making money in the real estate wholesaling operations right now. You're going to have to go harder and harder on helping your sellers out. There's going to be more motivation than ever. It's going to be more important finding the cash buyers and actually working with them, which you got to put more effort in your marketing and put more effort in your cash buyers, and you're going to make more money than you ever have. A lot of wholesalers are going to leave the market, but if you stick to the right lists that actually work, you're going to be successful. The reason I'm making this video is the wealthy in real estate always win. The top wholesalers, the ones that made it through 2008, 2009, were still making a ton of money. Rick made millions of dollars in the last real estate crash because he knew what to do. He knew it worked, and we're giving the same information now. Most gurus have never been through a situation like this, and they're giving you the whole economy's fine, don't worry about everything, everyone's just trying to be scary or whatever. They're saying that for one reason only. If they tell you the actual truth of the economic data and what's going on in the future, they can't sell you a $10,000 program. They can't sell you a $5,000 course because it is utterly ludicrous to spend $5,000 to $10,000 when you could potentially be laid off in your job and you could see a real estate, housing, and stock market crash. This is not the time to be spending $10,000 on luxury items. This is the time to save money and buy assets at prices right now that will get you rich in the future. Now, I only know probably 5 to 10% of people watching this are actually going to take my advice seriously and start doing this, and I applaud you. This is only for the 10% of people watching this that are actually going to take what I say seriously. I don't want to sound like a doom and gloomer because it's not. Actually, this is probably the most excited and ready I've been in my entire life in my entrepreneurship journey. And this is probably, I'm going to look back in 40, 50 years saying this is the time where I've probably made the most money possible because I'm pouring all this money I'm making in my real estate wholesaling operation, a lot of the passive income I still have in real estate, and I'm pouring that into assets at dirt cheap prices. Now, I'm telling you right now not to buy real estate right now. No stocks, no crypto, none of this stuff. You're going to have to wait 6 to 12 months to see what's really going on. Heck, Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, literally said this in a quote this week. First-time home buyers need a little bit of a reset. He's basically saying do not buy a home right now. He knows things are going back and things are way too high. I just think about this. If real estate kept going up 10, 15, 20% year over year, it'll cost you $3 million to live in a little one-bedroom property, right? That's how compound interest works. And the economy in the United States can't handle that. We honestly need a real estate crash and most likely a recession. Now, I don't like the stuff that comes with it. It's pretty necessary to see how crazy things have been. The one thing that's always scared me is if you look at articles from 2005, 2006 about real estate, they're the exact same that was happening in 2021 and 2020. History does not repeat itself. It rhymes, and it's doing it very eerily right now. Look at the data and understand that this is the greatest opportunity for you right now. The people that got rich spent a lot of their money they were making in 2008, 2009 in stocks and real estate. they made out like bandits right now. And this is something you should be doing also. I'm not telling you where to put your money or anything like that, but you should be focusing on making as much money in your wholesaling real estate possible. Don't get cute. Don't buy all the luxury things. Save that money right now and use that and deploy it to making cash flow and gain financial freedom for you. This is the time right now to be doing this. This is not the time to be buying all these crazy courses and stuff. This is why I give everything out for free and start going out there. You're gonna have to probably network with more realtors than ever, start javing like crazy. But if you can start and making a great income right now in wholesaling real estate and use it for assets, you're gonna get rich. You got to focus on the stuff that works right now. And what works during a real estate wholesaling crash? Government lists, because they're free, right? There's going to be a huge increase in pre-foreclosures. I heavily recommend reverse strike for dollars, because those little sticky notes out there saying, hey, this is Zach, give me a call, and getting calls like that, helping sellers out, locking up deals for as low as you possibly can, selling it to a cash buyer for the biggest you can. Don't expect to make $100K every single deal, but start making money like that. Creative finance is going to be a great one. We're giving more and more information about that in the future. It's all in freewholesaling.com. Cold calling, for sale by owners, drawing for dollars, even some listrei.com lists. Guys, this is the time right now to change your life. You need to get rich right now, get your money right now, and deploy that for massive profits. We do have a real estate slowdown coming, maybe a possible crash. We definitely have a recession coming in with the United States economy, and we are going to see more layoffs. We see companies like Tesla laying off people. We see other corporations laying off their workers. Guess what happens with those workers? They can't pay their mortgage, and that affects real estate. I'm telling you guys, real estate lags 10 to 18 months behind the stock market, and the stock market has basically been imploding for the past 3 to 4 months. So just understand that kind of data, what's going to happen in the future, and that's most likely what's going to happen. Like I've said before, history doesn't repeat itself. It rhymes, and it's rhyming very well right now. Read up on us. We still are doing our live streams 4 times a week. Heck, I'm probably making more money right now than I ever had before. In the next year, I'm probably making more money than I have in my entire life. Not because of the investments, but just with the income I've had scaling up a real estate wholesaling operation and people sending me JV deals. I'm going to make as much money as I possibly can. And guess what I'm going to do with that money? Buying cash flowing assets, other type of assets that are making money on me, and ones that are going to go up in the future. And that's going to make me richer than I could ever imagine. I promise you, if you do this, save up your money, invest that in assets the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to be very well off. This is not to scare you. This is just a warning. You have to understand what's going on in this economy right now and start focusing on the list that no other wholesaler is doing right now for massive success. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Getting any value from this, please smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed one.